So let's think about the color wheel. If you divide that color wheel straight down the middle, you're going to have cool on one side and warm on the other. And really, we could probably rotate that color wheel just a smidge. And red and green are both pretty, usually, like if it's a true red and a true green, they are completely neutral. Hardly ever get that, though. They're usually one way or the other. So if we have what is called a complementary color scheme, that just means that we have one color from one side of the color wheel and use it with the color that is directly opposite it on the color wheel. So, for example, red and green. Another example would be purple and yellow. They're directly opposite each other on the color wheel. And so a complementary color scheme, by definition, is going to include one cool color and one warm color, blue and orange. So a complementary color scheme, it packs a lot of punch. It's got a lot of energy to it. So the classic one that we think of, kind of Christmas colors, red and green. So they're opposite of each other on the color wheel. Complementary does not equal complementary. They don't necessarily make each other look good. They intensify each other. And these are power combinations. A lot of times we use them for a younger target buyer because they do have a lot more energy to them. So what does this have to do with staging? This is an important concept for us to get in staging because we can use this idea to really change the perception of color in a space. Here, red and green color scheme. This is complementary. This is an actual home on the market. And if you were advising this client, giving them some staging advice, you might be tempted to tell them to paint the brick. That would be a pretty big ask, though. But I think it would probably be something that would come naturally, like, okay, we've got to paint this. This is horrible because these just don't work together. It's a complementary color scheme. Look what happens, though, when we just change the shutters, just painting the shutters and the door to black, where it's not that really intense red and green. We've just changed one of the colors in the complementary color scheme, and it changes the whole look. This, I'm telling you, painting the shutters and the door would add tens and tens of thousands of dollars to the value of this home. It just instantly looks like it's more money, right? So in this bedroom, we've got the blue walls, but then the orange lighting. It's not even a paint color, it's the lighting itself that's casting this orange glow. And since blue and orange are opposite each other on the color wheel, they're intensifying each other. So it's not a very harmonious, restful, peaceful look that we would want in a bedroom. So what if, and I'll just do this with a little Photoshop magic here, not even very magical, but just covering up and putting white shades, white light shades, white lighting in there. Do you see how it just tones it down, makes it so much more calm and serene? So we can use that concept as we're working with wood tones. Nearly every